Would you like to know the winning practice for a great presentation? If you say yes, I want you to keep watching because it's time for you to remove your security blanket. That's right. If you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Christy Uchuku, and I am the host of this amazing Women Coaching Association. I train and coach speakers just like you. I show you how to create a compelling signature talk using the power of storytelling so that you stand out from other speakers. So in the Women's Coaching Association group, you'll find tips and strategies on how to improve on your speaking. So here we go. If you're watching me right now, I want you to know that I appreciate you. If you're going to be watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I appreciate you too. And don't forget to put in the comment section, tell me what part of the world that you are watching me from and how you serve humanity. You never know who's been looking for the transformation that your information provides. As this video goes viral, so does your message. You've seen the title of today's video. Would you like to know the winning practice for a great presentation? Because if you do, then it's time for you to remove your security blanket. What am I talking about? You see, when I was starting out as a new speaker, I've always said I did everything wrong. I had lots and lots and lots of security blankets. That's right. I was so busy concerned about what everybody else will be thinking about me, what they'll be saying about me, what they'll be talking about, whether I said it right, whether I did it right, whether I presented right, that I lost me. That's right. You probably can relate to what I'm saying. And some of you have lost yourself in the process of trying to please somebody else when you are speaking. You're probably sitting on the fence right now and you're wondering the same thing that I was wondering when I was starting out. I'm not being able to be myself, be comfortable in my own skin, trying to talk like everybody else, trying to present like somebody else. It robs other people from getting to know the real Christy. You see, when I began to be comfortable in my own skin, people got to see me for who I am. What did I say? When I began to be comfortable in my own skin and know that I can only be best as Christy. I can only be best at Christy and no one else. Everyone else is going to be an imitation of Christy. I can only be best at Christy. When you know Christy is about to present, you know exactly what to get. I've always told you that I don't always cross my T's and dot my I's. And guess what? I am not talking to the many. I'm only talking to the one. That's right. I'm not talking to the many. I'm only talking to the one. And when that one hears my voice, guess what? That one doesn't care how I sound and how I talk. That one will listen. And the same thing applies to you. Are you sitting right now trying to be like someone else and robbing us the opportunity of getting to see the real you? That's my question today. Are you sitting right now trying to do it like everybody else and robbing us the opportunity of getting to know the real you? You see, when you are trying to sound like everybody else, you rob us the opportunity of getting to know who you are. When I stopped sounding like everybody else, trying to sound like everybody else, I freed myself from trying to sound like everybody else, from trying to serve like everybody else. The number one thing that you need to do to remove your security blanket, it really is be yourself. I know it's so simple. I know you're saying, Christy, that's so simple. But believe me, sometimes we don't even know how it gets into our daily living and in our conversation, especially when we are trying to present. But listen, you can only be good at you. You can only be good at what you do. You can only be good being you. I'm only good at being Christy, nobody else. Be yourself. When somebody think about you coming on to present, they know exactly what to expect. Let me tell you that most people are not really thinking about you. I used to think people are thinking about me. I used to think people are talking about how bad I was presenting when I'm presenting. But that is not true at all. That is absolutely not true at all. So do yourself a favor. Just be yourself. Because when you are yourself, people get to know you for who you are. And those people that don't care about how you present, those people that really they don't have any invested interest in you. Frankly, you don't care either. Be yourself. Remove that security blanket of trying to make it right, trying to sound right, trying to walk right. Just be yourself. The second one, I train new speakers, but even the seasoned speakers do the same thing. And that is removing all barriers between you and the audience. Removing all barriers between you and the audience. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, and I remember when I was starting out, the lectern, the podium was my comfort, was my security, was my security blanket. I mean, I was hanging on to that podium waiting for the time to pass. But as I was doing that, I was really staying away from the people I came to serve. Some of the ways that you can actually add a physical barrier between you and the audience, and you know that the physical barrier can sometimes transcend to a mental barrier as well. Some of the ways that you can add physical barrier to your presentation between you and your audience is your slide, your PowerPoint. Oftentimes, it's good to use PowerPoint and slides, depending on what you're doing. But sometimes people are using that as their security blanket. That's right. Sometimes speakers are using that as a security blanket. Rather than focusing on the people or using that to help you present, you're really focusing all your attention on your PowerPoint, on your slide. And most of the time, I can't even tell you how many times I have been to a presentation where the speaker is reading most of the time that I was there. Most of the time that the speaker was presenting, she was reading. That's right. And when you do that, you are putting a barrier between you and your audience. You know, I heard somebody says that attention is now the new currency. The audience may get to tune you out because it's all about you. Or even worse, sometimes I've been to presentations where long presentation, 4 hours to 6 hours, where speakers or presenters are having people just read one after the other. You might as well give them the PowerPoint and have them go home and read it. The people are looking for you to interact with them. They are not wanting just to look at your PowerPoint and your slides. Removing all barriers between your audience and yourself is really crucial if you want a great presentation. So next time you're going to present, try this. Be yourself. When you are yourself, people can see you, the audience can see you for who you are. Number two, when you are presenting, try to remove all barriers between you and your audience, because sometimes the physical barrier can also transcend to a mental barrier. And that's the last thing you want as a speaker, because like somebody said, Attention is now the new currency, and you want the attention of your audience. You want the audience to pull their guard down. You want the audience to be involved in what you are doing. But when you are focusing on yourself, on your slide, on your PowerPoint, you lose the attention of your audience. Listen, I have created an excellent ebook, a must-have ebook to help you with your speaking on how to present well. And it's called The 10 Top Mistakes New Speakers Make and How You Can Overcome Them. That's right. It is called, my ebook is called 10 Top Mistakes New Speakers Make and How You Can Overcome Them. I want you to click above and download the free guide now. Until next time, don't forget to comment. If you have other comments or topics that you would like relating to speaking, please go ahead and let me know about it. I'll be sure to present them as well. Until next time, bye everybody.